Hey guys, it's Cody with Lonestardiggin. So I'm out here today. Some of y'all may not know, a lot of y'all may not know that I work for the, not only do I have a dirt work business on the side, I actually work full-time for the county. And at my county, I do a little bit of everything, but mainly I run a motor grader. We have a John Deere 770G. It's a newer machine. There's some stuff about it I like and stuff about it I don't like. Some of the newer stuff that they've changed up I don't love, but comfortability, it's nice. Got the air conditioning and the heat. It's definitely a plus. But so in my 14 years of working with the county, I would say 90% of the time I run, I guess I'd call it a slick blade cutting edge. And my boss, my county commissioner, has currently bought these button bits. They're like the little teeth that go on the rock saw. These teeth actually will spin. Every one of them will spin. And they're supposed to cut the rock. And I'll show you an example. I've bladed this road here already. But, you know, these rocks are super sharp. It'll cut them rocks and can be super sharp. There's one, for example, especially when we're out in this area where we have a lot of flint rock. They can be super sharp. Here's a flint rock right here. That's what, like, Indians and Native Americans made arrowheads out of. Here's a prime example. One sticking up right there. You talking about that's a flat tire waiting to happen. That thing right there is sharp, super sharp. So, I like the way that it fluffs the ground up, fluffs the gravel up. It does a good job of bringing the rocks to the surface. But really need a packer behind me to pack this rock in, you know, smash it in. Of course, the county here doesn't have a lot of budget and time, people and equipment. I would have somebody following behind me with a packer. See, and this is another bad thing. When you're blading here, it pulls these rocks up, you know, and so now that's created a hole that's going to hold water. So a lot of times I'll try to double blade a road because it will pull these rocks out if there's a big rock sticking up. There's one down, well, right there. You can see it's broke that bigger rock up and now it kind of left a hole there. But there's another one. Pulled the rock out where it's supposed to be. But it does bring the rocks. Slick blading them, when I slick blade them, it just, you know, kind of drags the material. I prefer slick blading. It actually sheds your material better on a slick blade than having it hang against those teeth. So I guess, you know, there's different ways for different stuff, but that's what I'm told to do, so that's what I do. So I'll set y'all up in the cab and get y'all some video footage inside, outside, show you how I do things, do stuff. If any of y'all are blade operators and got any tips or pointers or anything, don't be afraid to comment, let me know. I've been doing this for 14 years, but definitely can learn something every day. So Y'all hang on and I'll set y'all up. A lot of people never even seen these cutting edges before. It definitely does, you know, break the rock up more, breaks stuff up. But I guess it's like anything, you know, you got some bad with the good. A lot of people like it because instead of slick blading, kind of blading the gravel off, it fluffs it up and kind of leaves some material on the road, which is a good thing. But like right now it's so dry, you know, it's loose, it's not packed in, or, you know, there's no moisture. If you can see behind me the dust I'm creating because how dry it is. Living in Texas, you know, this central West Texas, whatever you want to call it, you know, you don't have a whole lot of window opportunities. Them teeth are definitely rougher just because they, you know, they dig in the gravel kind of instead of sliding over it like a slick edge. I don't know how much y'all can see from there. Whenever you see I'm starting to rock, whenever you're running a grader, you don't want to go fast. The faster you go, the more rocky the machine starts to bounce. So if you ever start bouncing grading a road, you need to slow down. I'm running 3.4 miles per hour right now, and if I sped up to, you know, 5, the faster you go, the more the bouncy, more movement you get. And that's kind of what sometimes we'll call rough boarding. If your machine's bouncing, that's what it leaves. Your mold board, your blade's doing the same thing as your machine. So if your machine's bouncing all over the place, then that's what your road's going to be. You never see graders hardly going fast. It's always slow. And it's a constant, you know, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. I try to leave my windrow where I have a tire width between the bottom of the ditch and the, you know, the tire. I try to leave a tire space, because if you're running over your windrow, you're just causing your machine to bounce more and more and more, up and down, and then that transfers into your, you know, your cutting edge, and your cutting edge transfers that into the road. Some places on these county roads, the roads are so narrow, I can't do that. So you just got to go slow. You want, if you're just trying to shed material, you want that blade as tight as you can get it. So y'all are looking at my toe. The part of the blade that's forward is your toe, and the part of the blade that is back here at the rear tires is your heel. So you always, if you're just trying to shed material and you like cut the ditch like I am, I try to keep it pretty tight. You know, the more angle you have, the better it'll shed material. If I squared this machine up, the blade up, if I squared the blade up, then it's more like drifting the material. The tighter you cut your blade, the less spillage you'll have coming around the blade. So y'all kind of got that view. Let me switch views on you real quick. if the tree limbs are bad, I'll actually kick my blade out. This whole circle up here can be moved. If y'all know anything about graders, these pinholes, this is what they call the saddle, I believe. You can move these and shift your circle. You can shift your circle. Now the circle's over here, where normally it's right under the machine. I can move my circle out to kick my blade out further. And so I'll pull the ditches like that. And that way I can keep my machine up on the smooth surface. I can kick that material out underneath my grader and not run over it. The object is to not run over your material because it'll get bouncy. When the tree limbs aren't bad, I'll pull the ditches like this, move my circle back to the middle, and just pull my ditches normal. Just one little extra thing I do that some people may not. Alright guys, that'll give y'all a little bit better perspective of what I do 40 hours a week with the county. See, I try to always leave this material. This is the material that I've kicked off in the bar ditch, what we call the ditches or bar ditch. I try to leave this space open because that's where I'm running my tires, and I don't want to, when you're grading something, you don't want to be running over all this material, because if your tires are going up and down, then your blade's going to be going up and down. I know the axles and stuff are independent, but it's still, if you're running over stuff, it will be picking your blade up, and you don't want, we call it rub board, washboard. We don't want any ripples in the road. This side will be clean where people can drive, but this side will always have your material on it. Next time I blade this road, this material will be on the other side and vice versa. I wish there was, I'm sure they make something where we could pull these rocks up in the road, pull them up in the road and chew them up, grind them up into usable material, because there can be some pretty big rocks just naturally, and the stuff we haul from the pit, the caliche pit, there's big rocks. I'd love to pull this stuff up in the road and chew it up and use it for material. But hope y'all enjoyed. Appreciate y'all watching. Y'all got any comments? Let me know. You know, y'all run a motor grader or been on a blade before or got any experience. Let me know what y'all think about the teeth, and y'all stay tuned. I got another little county video, county job coming up. I've already recorded, but need to get it posted. And I got a Bluetooth microphone I bought and tried, and it wasn't worth a darn, so I got another one coming. Maybe y'all can hear me a little better on videos. But stay tuned for the next one. God bless y'all. Bye.